Hi guys, welcome back to EMTV. I'm your host, Cage. In this episode, we're going to be talking to blackened death metalers Black Crown Initiate, as well as the Canadian hyper blasters of Kataklysm. But first, let's start with a band profile.
What happened actually is, I just decided to write a metal album, so I went ahead and wrote a bunch of songs and just released it, just independently. And I used that kind of like a demo to search out for other people. So I found, I met you at a party. Where did I meet you?
Alberta Metal.
Alberta Metal
Yep.
website, yeah. And this person I already know. I have been a metal fan my entire life. So since coming from birth, I listen to basically anything between Black Sabbath and black metal. It's what I love, right? So, yeah. That's about it.
For me, I'm just like, I have roots in, thrash and traditional metal and stuff too, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I love that stuff, but yeah, I'm a huge black metal fan and a huge death metal fan, and I think I get most of my my current influences from those genres more than anything else.
Yeah, I started out way back in like grade 10 listening to Fear Factory, and then it immediately went from I guess Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, like the standard stuff you listen to in high school, to the Fear Factory, to Cannibal Corpse, maybe me, yeah, I guess. I was from a small town, there wasn't a lot to go on, so. But yeah, right into Cannibal Corpse and just some of the heaviest death metal you can find, and from there, kind of branched out a little bit more into just a little bit more progressive stuff, but still love my heavy grind blast beats. Gotta love it.
Rock and roll, metal, death metal, black metal, stoner metal.
I wasn't trying to, copy anyone else, so I really wasn't trying to fit into any genre. The songs just came, sort of from within, and then just that's how they end up, just from whatever my influences are.
I think a lot of people have been sort of labeling us as a black metal band, and it's not really the case. I mean, if you were to take, it's mainly the vocals that are making people think it's black metal, the style I'm doing. If you listen to just the music on its own, there's a lot of like traditional metal influences in there, but there's bits of thrash and death and black, like it's kind of a mishmash of a bunch of stuff, I think.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not a Frankenstein, like where you're putting all these ill-fitting things together to make this.
Well, I think.
It's pretty organic, like it's just its own whole thing, whatever that thing might be.
And that was largely one of the things that drew me to the band, to contact Jeannie when she was looking for members, was just that I listened to it and I just really love the album. I just love it. It's wicked. I listened the hell out of that album on the bus on the way to work and stuff all the time, like just as a fan, right, before I even joined the band. So, and yeah, when she said she'd have me, I was super happy. So.
When everybody came together, did the sound change, or is it the exact same as the original recording?
I'd say it became what it was always meant to be. There's not much difference because, but there are a few things that are different. When I originally recorded it, it was just in standard tuning and it seemed heavy even that way, and I'm like, cool. But we thought we'd try it, tuned down, and it's a lot heavier, so that's really cool. Yeah. And it's just more life and personality in the songs.
Everybody has added little bits of their own things, even though the songs were written when they came in, they've both kind of added in some of their own personalities and stuff like that. So yeah, it's changed a little bit, but not much really.
And what's next for you guys? You mentioned you have the tour coming up. working on new songs.
Yep.
What does the future hold?
There'll be another album before too long. We haven't started recording it or anything, but there's songs being worked on, and yeah, we're just doing some shows, and we're not, I don't know, we're not looking that far ahead, I guess, right now. We're just playing some shows.
Taking it as it comes, yeah.
You know, we're new, kind of, I mean, we've all been around for a long time, but the band is new on this scene, on the live scene, so we're just trying to, you know, go around, play some different places, and sort of get ourselves in the collective consciousness.
Hey guys, I'm sitting here with JP. You know him from our Wicked Word segment. He's also working with the Junos this year. Can you explain to us what exactly you're doing with the Junos?
Well, certainly. I have the pleasure of being the co-chair of the Heavy Metal Committee. Not a lot of people know, but this year we finally have a category for Heavy Metal Album of the Year.
And now this is a fairly recent development in the Junos that the heavy metal category came back.
That's right. There was a category for hard rock and heavy metal back around '94, and that was canceled. And so there'd been almost 20 years when there's no category. So a number of people had petitioned, and a few years ago there was a heavy music category, and we've just sort of evolved it now to be the Metal Album of the Year.
Now, when are the Junos taking place?
Well, the Junos are going to be next spring, and they're in Calgary. So it's kind of fun. They alternate between an eastern city and a western city, so this year it gets to be Calgary.
Now, how does a metal band get nominated? What are the...
Well, it's a band and fan-driven process. So a band can apply and submit their album to the Heavy Metal Committee and say, we want to be considered for a nomination for the Juno Award. And all those albums are pooled, and then the committee screens them, and then they go to a panel of judges. The judges rank them, and then the top 5 are chosen, and then the top 5 albums become the official nominees, and then the judges rank them again, and the top band comes out the winner.
So how is a band eligible for this? What are the criteria?
You have to have released a full-length studio album between September 1st, 2014 and November 13th, 2015. So there's about a 14-month window in there.
And who are some of the past winners over the last couple of years?
Well, of course, Ken Mode won in the first year, and then we had Woods of Ypres was one of the winners, and last year was Devin Townsend, I believe. So, yeah, a lot of great bands, and it's an interesting process in that it's not driven by sales. Any band can apply, from a garage demo band up to some of the big international touring acts that we have here in our country.
So, exactly how is the process that the band gets?
It's very easy. All you have to do is go to www.junosubmissions.ca. It lays out all the information on the website. There's a small fee that you apply, management administration fee, and then you can format your album, send it digitally, and then the committee will recommend it for consideration, assuming that it's Canadian and metal, and then the judges will have a listen to it.
And submissions are open right now. When do they close? How long do bands have?
They close on November 13th, so we have about 4 weeks left. And I encourage every local band to get their album in. I think it would be great to see a Calgary band win Metal Album of the Year.
Welcome to Extreme Metal Television. I'm here with
JF from Kataklysm.
So, how has the new album been received so far, would you say?
I'm really happy with the response we got, and especially like all those festival tour offers we keep on getting, and the fans are like, they want to see it live more, and it's great. I'm really happy. I think we have the best fans in the world, and I really love what we did as an album, as a band, and the reception has been incredible. Like all the shows we've done everywhere for this record, like it's crazy. We've been all over the place, like Japan, South America, South Africa for the first time. We never were there before, and we did all like America a few times and Europe and stuff, and it's unbelievable. I've seen the world in that last year and a half, and it's been great. Just great fans all over the place, and it's good to see that like underground extreme metal doing really well. So that's another good thing.
I want to see your fucking hands in the air.
But the fact that you guys have it so humble, right? That you're so humble about it. It's most death metal bands and most bands in general in the metal scene seem to have that humbleness. I mean, there's a few select bands that don't have that, but I mean, most metal bands just seem to love their fans and love the music, and generally also want to see bands, and they want to experience it and have fun as well with the whole experience.
Yeah, I think that's the point of the whole thing. Like, really, it's just to have a good time, and like for us playing music, and for the fans that comes and see the show and just have a good time, catch a drink, meet up with friends, and just go see live music, and just everything else surrounding it. And I think that's the point. Like, this cruise is a perfect example of all that. We're just having a good time. Like, you come home and like, yes, I was on this cruise like for 4 days, and gives you a break from life, and then you go back and do whatever you do at home. But I think it's same with live music everywhere, when a band tours or like when there's events or festivals and stuff, and I think it makes life better in general.
So, how hard was it with you guys living so far away? How hard was it to come back into the studio and even get the new music going? Was it like a back and forth through Skype, or you guys?
I feel like nowadays with the technology we have out there, it's so much easier, because like we all have our little recording setup home. So I'll write a song or work on arrangements, and then I'll take that and send it to Steph and Ollie, and they'll be like, okay, let's change that part, and I have an idea for this, and they'll write something on his guitar and send me the tracks back, and I'm like, okay, this is great, and then we can cut that part off, and Ollie will be like, okay, I'll add the beats and resend the song over, we'll listen to it, and then Mauricio will get it and be like, okay, this is going to be my chorus, this is going to be my verse, so we switch the parts around, and it's all a whole process, but through technology and the internet, it works perfectly. I think it's even more easier to work this way than it was before, when we were everybody together in one room, because when you do something, you're like, okay, I came up with this killer part or piece of music, and you come back the next day to the rehearsal room, it's like, what was it again? And you're like, how did it go? And then it changes, and it's another process, and it works as well. And back then my philosophy was that if I don't remember what I did the day before, it wasn't probably good enough, and so that's how we wrote like for the previous records. But now, when you write something, it's already recorded, it's there, so when you play it back the next day, it's like, okay, that's how it goes, that's how we wanted it. It's a different way of working, but I think it's awesome.
Try and picture everything from me, but the things you couldn't think, or the values you don't have. I will never forget. No. I will never forget.
Welcome to Extreme Metal Television. My name is Simon. I'm here with Rick Stetzbrook,
Nick Shaw,
and I'm a...
Wow. I'm Andy.
from Black Crown Initiate. So guys, tell us a little bit about Black Crown Initiate. How did you guys get started?
Well, you know, we all have been playing in other bands for many years at one point or another.
You don't know that, but that's true.
Yeah. Thanks. Do you want to answer this, or should I?
Go ahead.
All right. So, where was I? So yeah, me and Andy started, you know, the name, and we had some ideas, and we recorded the EP with James, and then from there we just naturally found Rick, and Jesse Beeler got involved.
He was over
and
there.
yeah, he was over there. You can't see him, but he just walked away. But anyway, so yeah, we after that we just started touring. That's pretty much it.
We got offered tours, and then we started. Based on the EP, we got offered tours and got a band together with Rick and Jesse, like you said, and it wasn't as quite as quick, but yeah, it happened, and we're happy.
All right, so, I mean, you guys are on a very diverse tour this time around. I mean, you got Iron Regan, you got Napalm Death, you got Voivod. I mean, how does it feel? I mean, I know you guys toured around with Behemoth. How does it feel being the black metal element to this tour?
I mean, you're actually like the third person that's told me that tonight. And I didn't really know we had a black metal element. I mean, that's cool because we all listen to it and enjoy it, but I never heard it that way, which doesn't mean it's not correct, but I didn't know. I'm stoked, though. I'm glad we could give you your black metal fix. You know, we all, none of us burn churches, though. Although I probably would if I had a shot. Although I don't really want to spend the rest of my life in jail, but I do, you know, support the heckling of religious institutions. But we all like animals and stuff. You know, so there's that. This is our sound guy. He's helping with the interview. But yeah, so I mean, that's cool. That's cool because we all do enjoy black metal, but we didn't know that we provided it. It's good.
All right, so for people who've never heard Black Crown Initiate, I mean, people like me before I was at the show because it was awesome. What can they expect from a Black Crown Initiate show?
Rick?
A lot of speed and blasting and dynamics, hopefully.
Dynamics.
Quiet sections with little bass interludes and then switching to like pummeling death metal type stuff. So, three vocals, hair, a lot of hair.
A lot of hair.
Playing live is kind of self-destructive for me, so it's like you just kind of. It's kind of a way to like forget who you are for a little while and forget all the shit that bothers you on a daily basis. So like touring's rough because it's, you know, you're trapped in it like a tube all the time, but then you get like 30 minutes where you don't have to think about your life at all and you can really forget that you even exist. So when you see us live, you can expect for that, you know, you can expect to see people that don't really give a shit about you or themselves for a little while. And not in a negative way either, in like a liberating way. That's the most important thing for me.
Thank you very much for watching the latest episode of EMTV. Check us out on YouTube, give us a like, give us a share. Alternatively, you can check out our website, extrememetal.tv. We've got reviews up, previous episodes, lots of good stuff on there. And you can always feel free to drop us a message at extrememetaltv@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, creep it real.